Now that Superman and Lois has reached its curtain call, its actors are reflecting on their work on the hit CW series. Title stars Tyler Hoechlin and Bitsy Tulloch headlined the show for 4 seasons alongside Alex Garfin as Jordan Kent and Jordan Elsass and Michael Bishop as Jonathan Kent. Other performers include Michael Kudlitz as Lex Luthor, Wol Parks as John Henry Iron Steel, and Dylan Walsh as Sam Lane, among others. Superman and Lois has its roots in the Arrowverse, as Hoechlin's Superman originates from Supergirl and numerous cast members reprise their roles from that franchise. However, the latter series breaks continuity with the Arrowverse in a variety of ways, such as recasting Lex Luthor. Showrunner Todd Helbing noted that these characters are doppelgangers of the Arrowverse iterations. In a panel hosted by Screen Rant's Joe Deckelmeyer at the San Francisco Fan Expo, Hoechlin and Tulloch unpacked their thoughts on this. With the ending of the series in mind, Hoechlin stated that he got really lucky and kind of got his biggest wishes. The actor continued that his wish list included Lex and Doomsday, and he was excited about those two and the fact that we've gotten to see them together a lot. As a result, Hoechlin feels that asking for more would have been getting greedy. For her part, Tulloch also had hopes for potential Arrowverse crossovers. In particular, she really wanted Melissa Benoist to show up at some point for a cameo. The actress explains that originally Supergirl star Benoist had a photo taken with Hoechlin and Tulloch, which she wanted on Lois's desk in the Daily Planet during the pilot. The picture was taken out because that was around when the discussions were happening about us maybe not being a part of the Arrowverse. Even so, Tulloch hoped for an eventual appearance by Benoist. Because we kind of originated on Supergirl, it would have been nice to have Melissa. Additionally, Superman and Lois was originally meant to have a crossover with Batwoman, but that never came to fruition for a variety of reasons. Tulloch explained, "We started shooting in October of 2020, so there were really strict COVID restrictions and there was some talk of maybe doing a crossover with Batwoman, and then they were like, let's just, no." Beyond the unfortunate timing, the series were also filmed in different formats, with Superman and Lois using Atmos. What Tyler Hoechlin and Bitsy Tulloch's new quotes mean. Superman and Lois almost had more ties to the Arrowverse. While Hoechlin sounds more satisfied with the series' Arrowverse ties than Tulloch, both actors sound genuinely pleased with what their show has done. Their regrets are few, and Hoechlin, more or less, said that his wants for Superman and Lois crossovers were met. That aside, it makes sense that the Superman series never had any bigger connections to the Arrowverse, both for story and practical reasons. Story-wise, Superman and Lois choosing to branch into its own continuity meant that it was unburdened with that which came before. While some characters like John Deagle made the leap and references to the Justice League were made, the series was able to craft its own distinct world and characters. For example, Kudlitz was brought in as a new, more brutal Lex compared to the John Cryer version in the Arrowverse, who was a more weaselly, Gene Hackman-like take on the character. Our take on Superman and Lois lost crossovers. Superman and Lois stands on its own. Superman and Supergirl in the Arrowverse. Though crossovers featuring Arrowverse characters such as Supergirl would have been welcome, Superman and Lois is a solid show in its own right. Because it had the freedom to explore the Superman lore without being beholden to previous shows, it crafted a distinct appeal. Audiences would certainly enjoy more Arrowverse content, but Superman and Lois worked well as an independent continuity.